about to bring the size, gospel news and interviews. You ain't even got a clue. Soul stirring classics to them hip hop duos. Got that all Christian hotness, slap clap, giving kudos. All about the message of the Almighty. You know real music coincide. Go ballistic in your ride.
That music you can groove. Pick us both into the truth. Inside gospel with Frankie. Hey, you'll be blessed is what I know. So sit back, enjoy the show. Inside gospel with Frankie.
God bless you, friends. This is yours truly, Frankie Wilson. You're listening to Inside Gospel, and on the air with me right now, I have two phenomenal people that you don't always hear in the same sentence together, but we're so blessed to have them right now. I have the world-renowned actor, publisher, and activist Tommy Ford and singer-actress Miss Shirley Murdock, and I'm just got to give you guys a hand if you don't mind. Because I'm so excited that both of you are on the air with me. Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak to us on Inside Gospel.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Very welcome.
So both of you, like I said before, we don't always hear in a conversation these two names come up together, but you're together because you're doing a play right now. And the play is called The Replacement Wife. Do you mind talking to us a little bit about why it was important for the both of you to do this play? Shirley?
Well, you know, I've had the pleasure of working with Tommy once before. We did a movie for the Gospel Music Channel a couple of months ago called To Love and Cherish. And so I had the pleasure of working with Tommy and some years ago on a stage play called All Men Can't Be Dogs. So we've known each other for a lot of years, and whenever I know Tommy's going to be somewhere around, I know there's a lot of fun to be had. Yeah. And I really love working with him. He's awesome. He's a good brother, and I consider him to be a good friend.
And Tommy, why was it important for you just the same?
Well, you know, it's amazing because both Shirley and I God has really blessed our careers, and not necessarily in the church. So it's even more important that we send a message to folk that you can have a relationship with Christ and still have a gift that's universal. And I think that's what's so really amazing, is every opportunity that both of us get to not only to work professionally in our careers, but also spiritually to touch the lives of others, and this being a gospel play with a great meaning. I think it's something attractive to both of us, because we not only care about being professional in our professionalism in our careers, but it's also important to us that we have ministry and that we are feeding folk spiritually as well.
Absolutely, and I love that, and I'm glad that you said that as well, because a lot of times people miss that. They feel that you have to look, sound a certain way, you have to do specific types of jobs in order to be considered saved or within, quote, the will of God. But that's not always the case. It's not a certain look, a specific sound, it's not a specific job title that you have to have, but it's about the relationship that you have with Christ. Both of you embody that and you live that out. Now, if you don't mind, I just want to talk a little bit about what you have going on personally now, Tommy. And for those of you that are just now listening, I have Tommy Ford and Miss Shirley Murdock on the air with me. Tommy, if we could talk about TommyFord.com, you have so many different things that are going on, from your acting career, not just in movies, not just on television, but also as on the stage as well. You've done multiple stage plays, and I actually saw you before when you came down to Dallas, and you've been phenomenal in that. We also have Be Still and Know, want to talk about that. How are you able to balance so many different things?
You know what? I don't know. I ask myself that same question every day. How am I able to balance? God has been so good. There's been so many amazing things happening. I've been in Atlanta the last 2 years developing and creating, developing new shows. I just signed a deal with Flavor Unit, which is Queen Latifah's label. They offered about 3 of my projects there, and it's just been amazing. Developing and creating all kinds of wonderful, wonderful pieces. Directing film, heading this next week to LA for a film I'm going to direct, and it's, I think God just gives us we pray, Lord, I just want to work. I want to keep working. I just want to keep working until I have another opportunity to have a platform. And let the world know that if you delight yourself in the Lord, they give you the desires of your heart. So when He gives it to us, we don't have time to say, well, how am I have time for all this? This is what I prayed for. So I make time for it. I have to do it. I must work the work of Him who has sent me while it's still day. So when the night come, nary Negro shall work. It's something like that. Was that just Shirley? Was I paraphrasing?
The Tommy version, NIV.
Oh my goodness, Shirley, I know you can speak to that just the same because you have a very, very big schedule and you're always doing something. You know, be it on TV, be it in movies, be it on stage play, or in the studio, just the same. How are you able to balance it?
You know, it is really, when I look at it all, I'm really living the dream of little girl Shirley. And I just really wanted to encourage the dreamers. I remember being a little girl watching those Saturday matinees, a little curly-haired white girl by the name of Shirley Temple.
Yeah.
And I looked on that TV screen and I looked at myself and said, her name is Shirley, my name is Shirley. She can sing, I can sing. She can dance, I can dance. I said, one day that's going to be me. And like Tommy stated earlier, if you delight yourself in the Lord, He will give you the desires of your heart. But the Word also says that your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men, which means what? No room for you. But God takes opportunity and He takes circumstance like the Red Sea and parts it and sticks you right in the middle of it. So you have to take advantage of all those opportunities. For me, every door God opens, I'm walking through by faith, you know. Just like Tommy said earlier, there are things that we pray for, and sometimes when it's in your face, then we question it. And it's like, it's like, now, baby girl, didn't you pray for this? We act surprised when God answers our prayer. But I want to just admonish and encourage the dreamers out there. A dream is a gift that God gives all of us. It's a glimpse of your future self, being more, having more, doing more. And when you go to bed thinking about it, wake up thinking about it, that's your dream talking to you. So God gave you that dream that won't die. He's not a man that He should lie, and He watches over His word to perform it. So I am just so thankful for every door that He opens. And like Tommy said, we have these opportunities to go even outside the four walls of the church, to go into the hedges and the highways and the byways of life, where people are hurt, where people are broken. And God made us famous for a reason, to give us a bigger platform to minister from. It is really all about the ministry of reconciliation. So whether we're on stage, whether we're at the grocery store, whether we're doing a TV show or a movie, whether we may be in a club, wherever God sends us, we now claim the land, because wherever our feet tread, I believe that the atmosphere changes because of what's on the inside of us. So we have those awesome opportunities to go, into those places where people are hurt, who may not necessarily go into the four walls of the church, to tell them, baby, guess what? I got good news. God is not mad at you. He's standing there with arms open wide, ready to receive you. So this is not just a good news message that was meant to be a secret for the four walls of the church, but it's the go ye therefore message to let this dying world know that Jesus saved.
I love it. I love it. And real quick, Shirley,
Wow,
I love speaking to people like the both of you, because, the ministry is just a part of you, and it just comes out without trying, and it's so impactful. And I just thank God for that, for the words that both of you have said up to this point. Now, we want to talk about The Replacement Wife, but real quick, Shirley, Tommy spoke to, what he's doing now with Flavor Unit. He's got some shows that we're going to be seeing very, very soon. What can we look from you in the near future?
Well, I'm going to continue to walk through every door that God opens. I have a project that I'm working on right now. My mentor, the great late Roger Troutman, we're in our hometown of Dayton, Ohio, the studios, Troutman Sound Labs, he's no longer there. But on that site, the commission with the city and the Phoenix Project, we commissioned a local artist to do a sound sculpture in memory of Roger and the revitalization of the neighborhood. So if anybody wants more information, you can go to Facebook, Roger Troutman, the music is on. And we're looking to having that celebration sometime this year in around October. But if you go to my Facebook or or you can hit me on Twitter at Shirley Murdock, or my website, www.shirleymurdocklifesongs. All that information is there. So more movies, more plays, more preaching, more singing, more concerts, whatever door that opens, I'm walking through.
Outstanding. Now, we're going to, I want you to repeat that information in just a moment, Shirley, so we can make sure everybody knows how to keep up with you. Tommy, you the same, but you guys are in this play and it's going on tonight. What can we look forward to as we show up to the play?
You can look forward to dance, laughter, amazing voices. I'll tell you, not only is Miss Shirley a dear friend of mine, but I'm a big fan. this voice
Absolutely.
is so anointed. There's a whole lot of folk who can sing, but there's a lot of very few people who have voices that are just anointed. There are folks who perform, and there are folk who worship.
Yeah.
And she has a worshiping, anointed voice, and I am a huge fan. So, y'all, it's already hot. So make sure y'all bring something comfortable, because y'all gonna be lit up tonight.
That's all right. I love it. Shirley?
Well, you know, this play is written by Tiffany Warren, and, you know, she's a native right here of Dallas, and Dallas has a lot of wonderful local talent here. We've got Lisa Whitfield and Danny Hempfield and Cece Colbert, and Tiffany Warren is the writer. LaTerrace Whitfield is the director, a wonderful, wonderful director that I've had an opportunity. I think we both had an opportunity to work with before. But it's a wonderful play about family. You know, it's about loss, it's about sorrow, but it's also about the fact that God will give you beauty for ashes, and the oil of joy for mourning, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. It's about all the plethora of emotions and things that we go through in life. I think that as you're sitting in the audience, we will reflect something that has happened in somebody's life, but we don't stop there. We also offer solutions to some of the problems that you might go through, just to give you a rhema word, a fresh word, something to hold on to. You know, one thing my mother said when I was growing up, and I remember I gave my life to the Lord when I was 15. She said, "Baby, don't be so heavenly minded that you know earth is good." And what we have to have is balance in our lives.
That's right.
You know, we love God. We love to be in His presence. We love to worship. But baby, when you come out of the Holy of Holies, life is waiting there, ready to give you a black eye, a contusion, and some stitches. And we need some ministry, whether it be a play, whether it be music, whether it's the preach word. But we need something that will help us in all the areas of our lives. Not just, you know, worshipers, but we're mothers, we're fathers, we're sisters, we're grandmothers, we're children. And we need word and ministry that will help us to become everything that God has called us to be. So you come out and see The Replacement Wife is hilarious. It's funny. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll just have a wonderful time. And it's family friendly. There's not a lot of things that you can go to and bring the whole family, but it's definitely family friendly.
Wonderful. Well, I think that's enough to get people to come out tonight. We want you to be a part of it. Friday, June 29th, tonight, starting at 7:30 p.m. at the Christian Chapel Temple of Faith. Let me give you the address. It's 14120 Noel Road in Dallas. And for ticket information, you can visit them online, warrenproductions.net. Once again, that's warrenproductions.net. On the line with me, Tommy Ford, Miss Shirley Murdock. God bless you. Thank you so much for being a part of Inside Gospel, and we're looking forward to the play this evening.
God bless you. Thanks for having us. Hey, everybody. Hey, this is your girl, Shirley Murdock.
What's up, dog? Hey, y'all, this is Tommy Ford.
And you're listening to my good friend, Frankie Wilson.
I'm hanging out with boy Frankie Wilson
on Inside Gospel.